Hey, it's finally here! I am so pleased and I've been waiting a long time for it. Stay tuned and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. So what am I all excited about? It's the first day of spring. I'm loving it. My goose has about 6 eggs in her nest now. I was feeding the animals and got her off her nest so she can go up and eat a little. And I snuck down here and filmed her eggs to see how many were there. I also got the pigs fed tonight, so yeah, I am really excited about spring. This year, I am focusing primarily on my beekeeping. I'm going down to Northern California, to Owings, California for a bee festival, honeybee festival, and I'm going to be purchasing some bees to supply to my apiary. But they're not just any bees. I'll reveal more on that when I get to the festival. This is a special bee. Well, it's a new kind of bee to this area, so stay tuned for that information. And something else I'm really excited about doing is putting a lot of emphasis on the garden this year. As you know, last year the barn burnt down, and it took me a good part of the year to rebuild that barn. I still have a few fine details to finish up on the barn, and we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the burn, so I'm glad to get that behind me. But that took all my time for the year, and I completely neglected the garden, so I'm really excited about getting the garden in this year. And what's more is, I get to build my new raised beds in the garden out of this timber that my buddy Steve Davis over at Pacific Northwest Off-Grid Homestead sawed for me on his backyard sawmill. And he harvested this timber right off of his land and honed it for me. So we did some bartering with him. So you can go to his channel, I'll leave a link down below, and you can see what I bartered. He's got a couple of videos about Pine Meadows Hobby Farm on his show, and also I have a video on my show about my visit to his farm. So the weather has been nice lately. It's dried the ground out enough where now I can put that little beast to work. I'll go down and get some gas, give it a little tune-up, and we'll get it started. And hopefully tomorrow I can get the garden areas tilled up. I'll roll this tarp back, till that up, and put the corn in. And then over here, I'll build my raised beds right here in this section. And then in this other section over there, we're just going to plant all of the melons and squash throughout that whole quarter section. And in this section over here by the grapes, I'm going to put some boxes, grow boxes for all of the crops that I plant once and they come back year after year. So that quarter will be the part of the garden that I don't have to keep cultivating. I'll just harvest year after year. One thing I definitely want to work on before it gets too dry, we're expecting rain in a couple of days. I want to burn these stumps out. I want to get them out of here so I can get this area tilled up and finally use this section of my garden, because I haven't been able to use it since I moved here. But I do have a good start, a head start on the garden, because I've started a lot of the plants in here that will be transplanting outside in the raised beds when it comes time. Right now is the time to plant some of the crops, but not all the crops. You have to start some of them indoors, and I can't plant those until May. And for our region, because to remind you, we live west-southwest of Crater Lake National Park in the Cascade Ranges, so the climate here is a little bit different than maybe your area. That's part of the reason why I love spring so much, is to be able to get out, get some exercise, move some dirt, get my hands dirty, and work on my keg. You know, I'd like to have a six-pack. Since I'm in here, why don't I just show you what we planted last week in the previous video, and that way you guys can see a real-time update on what's been going on here. This is the spinach. Nothing has sprouted yet, a little disappointing, but we'll give it time. This is the mustard that I planted, and this is the leafy lettuce. It's finally sprouted. My onions I transplanted down here so they have, and thinned out so they can grow bigger. Some radish I planted over here is growing, it's sprouted. The carrot here is getting a little bit bigger. And then down here I've got radish and more carrot down there, but there's no carrot sprouted down there. And I don't see anything sprouted here, except for right here we now have some sprouts coming up. So we're going to watch those carefully. Yep, there's some more sprouts right there. And then over here we got more sprouts. Exciting. I love watching plants grow. It's so rewarding. So with the focus primarily on the honeybees this year and the garden, which by the way have that symbiotic relationship. The bees need the pollen from the flowers and the plants, and the plants need the cross-pollination from the pollinators. And so we're really excited about getting those two things going. Plus, I'll be able to plant abundance of flowers in my raised beds this year, because I've got a whole collection of a variety of different flowers that I'll be planting specifically for drawing the pollinators and feeding them. So I'm very, very excited that spring is here. Stay tuned for more videos. You could do that by subscribing. Also clicking that bell icon below, that gives you alerts to new videos as I do upload them on a regular basis. Except for during my weeks where I work a long 12-hour shifts, I only managed to do about 2 videos that week. Please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I do enjoy reading your comments. And also, I'm having that contest, so be sure you tune into that contest. It's leave comments on each one of my videos, on 1,000 videos, and you'll be entered into a drawing to be able to win a free laptop computer that I am announcing the winner on May 18th, 2019. You can also follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, Google+, and Blogger, as well as Instagram and Snapchat. And to see more awesome things happen on the homestead, you can help me out by going to my links below. And if you're going to be shopping on Amazon, just click on any one of those links that go to the Amazon links of the items that I list below, and also the camera equipment that I use to produce this channel. But if you go from click in on that link and go anywhere in Amazon, whatever you buy on Amazon, it gives us a little bit of a commission, and we're able to pour that into the homestead and be able to complete the projects that we're not able to otherwise complete because of financial restrictions. And finally, another way to help out is, if you'd like, I've launched a little bit of merchandising down below. I got links for Teespring, Pine Meadows Hobby Farm products, and Teespring Duck in a Cup Productions stuff also. I've got hoodies and t-shirts and sweatshirts. I'll be adding hats here pretty soon. I'm going to go talk to the guy tomorrow about hats. And there's coffee mugs and other things I'll be launching also. So I will see you guys in more videos. Bye bye.